sidelines. We check in with her now.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered each and every week. We see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15. They are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Razorbacks will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Alabama's offense that has the first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Second and long here. Right back to it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And you can see the defensive coordinator so upset after that play because everybody on his side is thinking it's going to be a run on 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the 50, but you need guys in the back end to just step up in that situation. If they throw the football, someone's got to make a play. You couldn't get it done, and now you've got 1st and goal in your own end.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, but maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. J.J. Jackson. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. Quick give. It's Russell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Jackson will throw. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces the third down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
Looks it in. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Throwing Russell. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Right back to the well. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Churns into the pile. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's fourth down. Like, fourth down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. First down, second down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
The play fake. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, they'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it way down the field. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Edwards. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Bro, you gotta go to bed, man. Man, give him his medicine so he can go to bed. Here. Here. What's up, you guys? Yeah, give him his fucking medicine so he can go to bed. Huh? On the weekend? Oh, shit. Nah. I ain't realize it.
The give to the back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Third and 6 yards to go. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll send the back in motion. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. The Razorbacks take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
That's some bullshit.
And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Oh,
They'll try to add another to their lead.
we get 2 more.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Fights off the defender. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Working that left side now. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Russell. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Jackson will throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Hey, this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He makes the catch at the 10. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking for space. It's Edwards. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pass to 6. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Edwards. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Russell. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Jackson gonna throw it. They're all over it. Left side, it's Watkins. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some...
There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance. Beck's going for the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Alabama sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
All right, Holly. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Still on his feet at the 35. There's a crease. The 30. Inside the into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. His 17th touchdown of the season and third of this game. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, it's Russell. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 10 team, the Pitt Panthers. And it's the Mustangs coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Tide head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Howie.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. And that made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock is down to 4. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. There he goes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They'll run it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Keelan Russell. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Down here on the Razorback sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them.
Snags it, and there's running room. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Jackson will throw. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Runs through a man. He might have space. He's at the touchdown Razorbacks. And the comeback is on.
I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline. This has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They give it back to him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's two runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Russell. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Quick give. It's Russell. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Jackson gonna throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Holly, what update do you have for him?
Here on the Alabama sideline, guys, the running back told me something to keep an eye on. It's just he's a little banged up and bruised up. Last week in that win, a lot of contact that he absorbed, and he said he's got to really fight through it here today. Not 100%, but I will let you know how it's going from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Hits inside. It's Riley. Enough to move the chains. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Good, strong tackle.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback changing the play. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Right side, it's Rodgers. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown time! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Jackson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
Nope.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. Lets it fly. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Gives it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Russell. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll try the left side. Here's a little room there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Motion from the wide receiver. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Alabama pushing the tempo. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bama! The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Jackson will throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Going to try to get it himself. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment. And it'll be a first down. Nice move there on 4th and short.
You know, with that scramble play, you got to give it to him. He's trying everything he can do just to get this home crowd back into this game and get them loud again. He's trying to build momentum. Really nice job scrambling out of danger there on 4th down, picking up the first. They're obviously trailing, but in college football, it ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
As a coaching staff, you love when your players can go out and execute like that on 4th down.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Here comes the heat. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like, when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if... through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. Fires to the right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe.